The veil is incredibly thin in your field right now. Now, when I say that, I'm seeing interdimensional memories and storylines bleed into earthly timelines right now. This could be, for example, communal groups of alternate expressions of you, alternate manifestations, extensions that dwell within these other dimensions. Now, when we talk about dimensions, these are just vibrational frequencies, and each one of these frequencies have beings that manifest in these realms due to the natural laws of that physical environment. So it's avatar expressions that are suited for that very specific dimensional plane. Just like on Earth, we have this alpha third dimensional vessel, it's this avatar that is manifested to essentially become a very, let's say, conducive conduit to support our explorations within this tangible plane, right? It's really like that model thing, right? So you also have alternative expressions, versions of you that are composed up of the cells of the Arcturian star system and how that version will self-manifest. So we're not going to talk about that, but these are the natural laws of the physical environment, and it essentially evolving to become a divine instrument that is able to streamline the information and lessons from that dimensional environment. Now, the whole reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm seeing what you're experiencing right now is not just this life. Oh, this is so good. I'm really excited to sit with you today. But instead, it's themes or storylines that are running parallel from these alternate existences. And so they are themes on your earthly journey that don't just originate from this plane. They're also emotions that you'll feel present within the body, but it's also emotions that are running within other expressions or extensions of you, other conscious manifestations of you. Let's just say what would be the word? I guess quantum non-local connections, right? So quantum non-local to this universe, but somehow the lessons are streamlining and weaving in this interconnected web or blueprint. And also initiations that happen on your earthly journey. So what surfaces in reality on Earth is often a doorway into something much deeper. Now, the doorway opening up for you is your curiosity. Your curiosity kills the cat, but satisfaction brings it back. Have you ever heard that? It's like there is something that you explore within you, within your inner realms, and it translates into your real life experiences. And I'm seeing as your inner realms is from the perspective of the soul, it's seeing the third dimension for what it truly is, which is the realm of energy. And these patterns are not just random, they are quantum. It's again non-local aspects of yourself remembering their interconnectedness. That's what I'm seeing. Now, also the work that you're doing when it comes to putting forward your generational lineage on Earth are also simultaneously pulling forth your starseed lineages. So this could be gifts that are reactivating, like dormant expressions that you're bringing back to the surface, and you're actually practicing when it comes to your earthly timelines. And I see this a lot. I cover this in a lot of the starseed origin readings and the Soul's Odyssey upon request, where we talk about different planetary star systems where you may have like Alcyone in conjunct Taurus, and that wound can also originate from the Pleiadian star system because it's the Pleiadian star cluster. I'm seeing something like that aspect in your geometry, or maybe you have like the 𝓲𝓛 star system, which is Miraj, it conjunct, I don't know, like Chiron or your Venus or whatever it is, but there's something that you're able to derive or extract or bring forth. I'm just seeing like some type of aspect that you have. Particularly, I keep seeing Taurus in the 12th house is going to be specific for someone. And that also talks about the quantum realm, the non-physical, also the Akashic records. So you're bringing forth some type of memory, because encoded within your DNA is the memory of everything that you've been and everything that you are that's running parallel, and everything in which you could be that you're still being called to embody. So I'm just saying, get curious about what this is, because it's something that's coming back online. It's something that you're expressing. It's something in which you're experiencing. That's what it is. So I'm going to do a little reading on this. I just wanted to hop on here because I had this in my let's say, archives for a while. So it almost feels like there's something in your archives that you're bringing back forth. I want to take a look at a Cosmos Oracle message first and foremost and see what's leading into the earthly timelines. Of course it is magnetic field, and you have expansion. What's this? It's coming energy. Of course it is. So energy is something that's been transformed. Expansion is a transformation that leads to great expansion. It talks about expansion, 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 making enough room. I'm also seeing within yourself so that these bioelectrical currents can come through. Yeah, can come through. And then you also have magnetic field. So magnetic field is something that you're drawing in, and this is the energy that you're drawing in. That's what this is, all right? It could be divine inspiration that you have, but it's leading to an internal expansion in how you see yourself and how you relate to your journey on Earth. It reminds you of intercommunication and that energy being like a light wave that you then absorb and you act upon. It kind of feels like the collection of photons that lead to a wormhole opening up, and that often leads to a shortcut of some kind. And that wormhole becomes a safe passage of corridor that's opened up by your celestial brothers and sisters, right? Like the galactic expressions of yourself, intergalactic. And as you tune into these different octaves, there's this safe passage of corridor where you can safely explore more about what your life on Earth could look like as you begin to step forth anchored in this knowing, and you move through the system, always remembering that you branch and extend far beyond it. That helps you see through the illusion while being immersed inside of it. That's something that's coming through. Now, this leads to like in this invisible current that you jump into, and it kind of sweeps you off into another realm of experience where you're on this earth, but then you're also dwelling between this counterpart earth where there are, I don't know if you've seen it, okay, I can see it. When you open up your multi-sensory perception system, you can be in a place, especially ley lines that are energetic grid points on this earth, like nodal points that you come into communion with. And all souls are led to that same time and space in the same space and time for this world line collision, consciously or unconsciously. There's something that you feel this gravitational pull towards, and also beings and opportunities that feel a gravitational pull towards you. That's what I'm seeing. It's like an underlying soul contract of some kind. Even the land that you're in right now, there is some type of harmonious overlay and the lessons in which you're deriving from the experience of the land that you're in, down to the place that you're born. But I'm just seeing wherever you are when it comes to your coordinates on the earth, bringing up certain themes, also emotions within your body. It kind of reminds you of grid work and just weaving your way consciously through, even if this is your hometown, it doesn't matter. You're able to do grid work wherever you are on this planet. You don't need to go somewhere in order for that to happen. You can become conscious and aware of what's happening within your body, how it's speaking to you, how the universe is speaking to you through everything around you by going within, by going nowhere. You allow yourself to also be in a place where everything exists simultaneously. You can experience it all while simultaneously dwelling within the void. I'm just seeing something like that happen where you return back to your plasma-like state. You're able to consciously shift and dwell in and out, but you are the key to move freely between realms. And being in the present moment with your eternal aspect, experiencing these temporal moments through space-time, brings you back into the seat of understanding. And I'm hearing that as you being in the seat of transformation, transforming a relationship to the material realm, and understanding that what surfaces within your experience did not start from you, but it can end with you. And it can also be guided somewhere new. I'm seeing by your approach of some kind, which is super interesting. All right, let's go ahead and get another message for this. I understand it's very cryptic, but that's the nature of the construct and the quantum realm. So let me go ahead and take a look at this also. So we have, how do I feel in my heart today? And we also have, do I recognize that my real home is inside myself? I love this. So coming back to your heart, right? The present moment is a portal into all dimensions across space-time. So that's what this is. How do you feel in your heart today? And do you recognize that your real home is inside of yourself? And as you're present, you're able to tune into all of your cells. I'm seeing all of your cells, all of your octaves. How open am I to what life brings me? Being open to the way in which this could show up in your experience. We can see being shapeshifts because we are all multidimensional, but our interdimensionality is our ability to navigate these different dimensions of ourselves consciously. And when we're in scarcity or fear, we're activating a low octave of our expression, which is the reptilian survival, fight, and flight mode. And so even our architecture multidimensionally, when it comes to our multidimensional body, actually begins to take on the architecture of a reptilian, because energy flows through us and we're fixated solely on the material plane to the point where it creates the tail. It doesn't have enough energy to upcycle back on itself in the Merkaba body. And so our life force becomes scattered and we forget that we are an immaterial being, that we forget that we are formless. That's also another energy. But when we're not aware of that, the whole point is that we tune into that lower expression, whereas in its highest expression, that the reptilian brain is essentially designed for us to feel safe, secure, and stable in our body and as we walk and navigate this planet Earth. So it's designed to protect us, but if we're not conscious of when we are tuning into that octave, then it will become our guide. That unconscious part of ourselves will become our guide in how we move through this existence. And it removes us from the heart space as well, because physiologically as well, all the blood pumps away from the heart when we're in a fight or flight response, and it goes up to the other outer extremities so that we can run and kick in a situation, right? So there's a lot of mechanics to it, okay, the mechanics of spirit navigating the physical form, but the whole point is that there are different octave expressions of you that are coming through. And so those are deeply tied to programs, belief systems, ancestral memory of where the body has felt unsafe. When you move through your day, are there times or exchanges or interactions or things that pop up in this simulation or download into a third dimensional experience that bring your entire organism back into a state of analysis paralysis or contraction or fear? And when that happens, can you become conscious and bring awareness to it to begin to expand back into the higher expressions of you? That's what I'm seeing. Okay, that's what I'm seeing with this. It's going to get a Gateway of the Light activation message. I think it's going to be one of the only texts that are like suitable for this type of message. What do you need to know? We have inner earth. Of course we do. It's all to do with the root chakra. So it was coming up for a reason, all right? It's definitely coming up for a reason. This is the base chakra, which is our largest center of primordial life force. It stores ancestral memory, right? So base chakra is strength and security, laying foundations. There could be literal new foundations that you're laying in the realm that you're in right now, in the soul contract or agreement that you have with the land itself. This is at the base of the spine, and it governs our connection to the physical world and all of its lessons. This card transports us to the energetic gateway that connects us to this planet and everything that we have learned during our many lifetimes here. We are being given an opportunity to root down and claim our right to be on the planet, to claim the truth that ultimately we are safe in the image. There is a gateway below the giant tree, and this realm is called the underworld. So again, it's a lot to do with the unconscious. This is visited by shamans journeying to collect energies, meet guardian beings, and reclaim parts of their power or the power of others that have been left behind. Know that if you're searching for parts of yourself, you have the opportunity to find them and build stable foundations. You have the right to feel grounded, safe, and secure. So literally right on the money with what we just said. Could be definitely a huge topic of discussion. These are also collective energies that we pick up on in the field, and they're invitations for us to practice and streamline that more into our own subjective journey as well. So understanding what it is that the vessel needs most, or the ego needs most, in order to feel, grounded and connected with the self. I'm also seeing it as a huge reason for your incarnation on was to actually bring safety back into the bloodline, to bring that reconnection with the self. So if you've been searching for parts of yourself, you're finding them here on planet Earth. You're learning how to anchor that back in to the bloodline of the Earth. You're becoming fully aware of what you need in order to feel safe and fulfilled on planet Earth. Know that it is part of the divine plan for you to be incarnated upon this planet now. And although at times you have felt unstable or like you've lost your way, you have been building up momentum to where you are today. So I'm seeing it as powerful internal foundations, right? It talks about laying out exactly what it is that you need, who you need to be, and what you need to do in order to flourish and grow. It's how you ground back in your body, because when the emotional body overrides, when we have a amygdala hijack, we don't see ourselves clearly. We disconnect from what we truly are. And that's because all of our life force is here right now, fighting whatever the threat is, whatever the perceived threat seems to be in the material plane, to survive the moment. But then we don't understand how much of the time we are in survival and how much of the time we are disconnected from our true luminescent, ethereal, non-physical essence. And you are more non-physical than you are physical. Only 2% of your DNA of proteins writing the code for the physical manifestation expression. So you have the opportunity to reclaim parts of yourself that have been buried deep within and reclaim the gifts that have been abandoned. If you've been starting any projects or thinking about taking up something that you've had a hold on, now's the perfect time. The seeds that you're planting are sending roots down into Mother Earth. You are held and you are supported. That's your message. So I'm going to love and leave you right there. I guess it's an advice for what it is you're going to be experiencing. It's very in this plane, but also understand it, that it streamlines, quantumly as well. Yeah. All right, that's going to be it. Bring safety back into the body, bring neutrality and groundedness, and it will help you see the physical experience for what it truly is. It's okay to fall asleep, but just gently bring yourself back again and again and again and again. Oh yeah, I stopped this reading, but it's charging right now. I only just looked at the base and it has 528 hertz, which is literally the love frequency. So there's something around, again, love is a state of awareness, right? And as you move through the system of sustaining that level of awareness, which is being lucid while inside of this third dimensional dream, and that being an ongoing level that you're able to coherently navigate this construct with, embodying, you're actively drawing in and sending out transmissions wherever you go that are attracting many other, let's just say, extraterrestrial, interdimensional, terrestrial extensions of the one, okay? Many beings that you share parallel lives with, and that's bleeding into your earthly timelines. It's a natural side effect of you being and moving through this state. And as you do in the physical, you're able to be with yourself in what it is that you're doing. Potent creation. Bring yourself back home. So welcome home. All right, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing. Personal reading details are down below. And yeah, I just want to say, remember, that's how this holographic construct is designed, to bring us kind of in and out where we fall asleep and wake up, and that's okay. It's part of the journey, but just recover your awareness, right? So also check out Water Spirit if you're looking for some high quality AAA grade jewelry. 1/3 of the proceeds are donated towards Water Sanctuaries, and I'll speak to you very soon. Until next time, bye.
Clouds in the sky.